What's everybody? What's up, guys? We hadn't made many videos here lately about our process and how our bed's been going together, so today was a good opportunity. We got 3 beds at 3 different stages here, one at frame, one with the inner shelves, one with the side panel going together. So William and I thought it'd be a good time to give you a sneak peek and kind of run you through a process of how we're putting them together and a little better of a visual. So check it out.
Hey guys, how you doing? So we've been getting a lot of questions on our kits on how the assembly should go together. We've simplified this as much as humanly possible, but we've yet to be able to come up with some formal instructions. We're going to build a full video for YouTube and how to do it, but I figured this would be kind of just a quick process on how our beds are assembled here. The way that I design our beds for the best structural base. So if you take a look here, this is just your main frame. You've got your welded frame. You've got up here, you've got your oxygen bottle rack assembly here. This is obviously flip-floppable, whatever, however you want to assemble it, it can be assembled that way. Then we always have a main frame here. Jack box area here, hitch. This is also flippable if you would like it. So it's really customizable as much as you want. Now, if we'll take over here and come walk over here real quick. Ignore the mess, we're very busy. See what I was talking about? This one's flip-flopped around, completely different setup. If we walk over here, Hunter's got this one going pretty wild right now. So this bed is in the process of starting to assemble. You've got your inner long shelves, your upper long shelves already in place here. And what these do is these just go onto the frame. They attach to the frame and create the area for your inner panels to go. Your inner panels run front to back. So on a lot of the Ford beds, they get cut in half just because the way the Ford frame sits and everything sits on them. But on like Dodges, they're a one-piece assembly front all the way to the rear. So anyway, this piece goes in and that creates pieces for this. If you'll take a look over here, this is what it looks like ahead of time. So your upper long shelf here, your inner panel here, and then what we like to do is we like to put in our tailboard next, because what that does is that makes this more rigid so it doesn't fold in once you start putting your weight on it. All right, put this in, then you can come over here. And then you start doing the inner shelf process. So this can be worked front to back or back to front, either way you want it. But what I like to do, well actually, what one of our employees like to do is he likes to work from the back towards the front, because this is the easiest panel to cut down. If for some reason there's any mistake anywhere, you can cut this panel down easiest. So you can put this panel in. We always make it where it lines up at the top, and we always make it where it lines on the outside out here, on the outside edge, so where the panels meet perfectly. So as you can see, they're already cut with the radiuses here. So this one's gonna have upper and lower roll package all the way around. See how it's inset? And that's all CNC cut. It just slaps together. Sometimes you have to trim it here or whatever, depending on your rolls. But anyway, it goes to this section. Then we come back to this over here, and I'll show you how we assemble our side panel. That's good. So what we like to do is clamp a straight edge on here. Get your gap right here the way it needs to be, which generally we shoot for an 1/8 of an inch gap for welding purposes. Then you can turn around and you can come in here with a square, and you can square that, and you can run it right out here, and you can square them both. And what that does is that makes your roll correct, as long as this is all flat across here and that up there is where it needs to be. And you clamp everything with your straight edges and you run that and you square it off. And then you get all this tacked in place. And I like to come in here and put my put whatever support we gotta have here. A lot of times we'll bend our supports into them. This one, because of the type of the lid design, these ones are getting welded in. So as you can tell, that's what he's doing right now. What that's gonna do is we can take these off and this is not gonna move. And you're gonna keep your perfect distance from side to side all the way from front to back so that your lid is still properly square. And then the rest is pretty much not rocket science. You put your pieces in, you put your decks on, and you'll end up with a bed similar to the way this one's laid out. So you've got your pieces here, you've got your top, you've got everything. And then as you can tell, the number one thing that people come to us for is our boxes and the size of our boxes. You can literally stuff a small human in these boxes very easily. Versus most beds, they don't have any extra space here or here. They just have a big shelf that's flat with a little tiny cubby hole in the back. Ours are engineered very specific to fit around the frame of the vehicle with very minimal clearances so that you have your max box space. I mean, look how big our lead wells are. You can literally stuff 250 foot of cable in our lead wells pretty easily, in 90% of them. So, alrighty, thank you.